Hello everybody, as we wrap 2022 around and we end the year on an interesting note as I started this YouTube channel, and it's been really fun doing this, and I want to talk about my favorite moments of the year sport wise, and just in the world of sport. It's not going to be just basketball, it's going to be a lot of things, a lot of different things. So if you want to stick around and hear me just blush about sports and how beautiful sports is, be sure to stick around. If you don't, I understand. But here are my favorite moments. There are no rankings, nothing, just everything I remember and I know I really enjoyed throughout this year. And let's start with the most recent one, which is the World Cup final between Argentina and France, which was incredible. It went to overtime, it went to penalty. We had 3 goals from both sides. Messi's first World Cup win. You had the duel between him and Mbappe, which was incredible, and it was just so sensational to watch. The first 70 minutes were a bit, off, since Argentina was pretty much in control, but once France scored that first goal from the penalty, it was just lights off, and it was the best football match I've ever seen, and it was just incredible to watch. It was incredible to see Messi, win it for the first time. It was heartbreaking to see France lose out on an opportunity to be another team that went back to back in World Cups. It was just a hell of a spectacle and one of the most entertaining sports moments I've ever seen and events overall. So I just want to start with it because that's the most recent one and it was just special. Then we move on to something completely different, as I want to move on to tennis, as my gals from Czech Republic, my favorite duo from Czech Republic, Krejčíková and Siňáková from the Czech Republic, won the career Grand Slam in tennis, which is just one hell of an accomplishment, as they won every Grand Slam there is. There are 4 Grand Slam if you don't follow tennis, and they won every single one of them, and they finished it off in America with the US Open victory this year, and it was just special to watch. It was so sensational, so great. I was so happy for them. Tennis is one of my favorite sports, but I don't talk about tennis often because I have a small YouTube channel and I want to grow with the basketball stuff, but I have to mention it here because it was one of my favorite moments and it was so beautiful, so fun to watch. So shout out to my girls, shout out to tennis. If you don't watch tennis, you should, because it's fun, especially when the Grand Slams are around. And as we stay with tennis, another special moment that was just incredible and heartwarming, heart-wrenching, everything. It had everything. Roger Federer, one of the greatest tennis players ever, retiring, playing with Rafa Nadal, one of the other greatest players ever, playing alongside each other in Laver Cup, which is a team event, and they played doubles together, and it was just incredible. Even though they didn't win the match, everything about it, the spectacle, them playing together for one last time, and it was just so tear-wrenching, and just, man, I cried a lot watching, them just embrace each other, talk about everything. It was just one hell of a moment, and one of the best sport moments ever in my opinion, because you got 2 rivals that battled it out at every opportunity they had, every tournament they had, every big tournament, every big match was behind them, and they were just there together, having a hell of respect for each other, being pretty good friends, and just crying it out that one of them is done with the sport they both love. It was just so poetic, so beautiful, and it should not be forgotten, and it will never be forgotten. Then we move on to something more lighter, and it was MAF San Francisco 49ers beating the Green Bay Packers in that divisional playoff round, which was just, incredible. The special teams special, as they picked the touchdown, 10 Debo with the last drive, as he, got us into the field goal range, and we held Aaron Rodgers MVP to just 10 points in their house in Green Bay, which was incredible. Such a great watch also. It doesn't compare to the others that much, but it was one hell of a moment also, and one of my favorite games I watched this year, especially NFL wise. So I just wanted to put it here also. Then a little baseball, because I started watching baseball this year, and there were several games and moments that I loved from baseball this year, and one of the first ones is Bryce Harper's home run in the NLCS, as he, put Philly up top 4-3 and hit that home run that clinched them a trip to the World Series, which was just a special moment, one of the best moments I've watched sport-wise also, and it will be remembered. It's a shame they didn't win the World Series, but that moment was just special, and it felt like vindication for Philly, vindication for baseball, and for one of the baseball's chosen ones. And a random mention for other baseball game that I really enjoyed watching, and was one of my favorite games to watch this season, was the Giants beating the Mets. It was early in the season, it was 13-12, it was one hell of an explosive game. Offensively, Jock Peterson hit 3 home runs at 8 RBIs, RBIs, and it was one hell of a game to watch. I just woke up early that night here in Czech Republic, and I watched this game in full just by accident, essentially, because I didn't plan on waking up for it, but I did, and I wasn't disappointed with that baseball game, and it was special to watch. So shout out to that game also, and I had to put it out here also. Then, last but not least, my favorite moment, hands down, was Steph, Clay, Dre, the Warriors winning their 4th title in 8 years, cementing their legacy, cementing their, dynasty status. The game 4 from Steph, the ring celebration in game 6, the game 5 Andrew Wiggins. There are so many moments here that I could put here from Warriors. So I'm gonna stick, of course, with them winning a championship, but I'm gonna give honorable mentions to some other I really loved. It was Clay Day. When Clay returned from like 2.5 year absence, which was just special to watch, man, and it was sensational. Andrew Wiggins dunking on Luka in game 3 of the Western Conference Finals, then in the Western Conference Semifinals, the game 1 victory over the Grizzlies, the pesky Grizzlies that we all hate as Warriors fans probably, and I could probably name even more and more, but I'm not gonna, name every Warriors game that I loved this year, because there were a lot of them, but that ring, that, cementing their legacy, confirming their GOAT status, and just everything about it, the vindication, man, the redemption for a lot of the people, a lot of players that have been written off winning a ring, Jordan Poole's ascension, and a lot of things just went perfectly for my Warriors, and it was just so beautiful to watch this year. And that was the best 3 hours sleep I had ever after, celebrating for like 3 hours straight after that. And I slept just 3 hours, enjoyed the hell out of that, and it was a special win, man. And I witnessed already, of course, 4 titles in my lifetime as a fan, because I was very lucky to start watching basketball thanks to Steph Curry. So yeah, but this one just hit different, man. This one was just so different and hit different, man. So there were my favorite moments, as those were my favorite moments as a neutral, as a fan of some of these people, some of these things, and what I watched this year. I can't remember anything else off my top of my head, so there's a chance I forgot something and I just don't remember it happened this year, or who knows. But there were a lot of sport moments that were beautiful this year. There were a lot of reasons why sports is the best thing in the world, right? And let me know your favorite moments of the year. Let me know what you enjoyed the most watching this year in 2022. And I wish you all a great 2023. Hope everyone stays blessed. Hope we get to witness more greatness from the sports world. And I'll be here this time to cover everything and be over everything and talk about anything I want from the sports world. Thanks to everyone who will appreciate this video, who will appreciate my content. I love you and have a blessed time. Happy New Year's, and I'll catch you all tomorrow with another video.